car dance.
Diverse the Booker for the long range.
Poenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Poenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing.
Welcome, everybody, to the Aussie Suns Fans podcast. I am your host, Gavin, and we're back after a couple of weeks off, after personal celebrations for Boyd and after more exact manicuring of the beard for Nate.
And a drunken Sunday, Easter Sunday. Yeah.
We are. Oh, that's why we weren't here, because it was Easter.
Yeah, we're all trash.
Easter. We had kids chasing chocolates and all that sort of fun stuff going on last weekend, so we missed. Let's be honest, the last 2 weeks, there hasn't really been much to miss as we head towards the pointy end of the season, as we welcome everybody's favourite Suns fan in Singapore. Nate, how are you, brother?
Breakfast beer. I'm good. Yeah, you're right. Looking back over the last 2 weeks, there was nothing really to tell anyone. If you want to have a positive pod, which we all know Boyd always does, it was not the last 2 weeks for it.
And, of course, everyone's favourite piece of shit, 1 year older after yesterday. Happy birthday, mate. Even though we need to have a discussion about you moving your birthday, because I feel like Ash should probably have a standalone so that he doesn't have to share with someone like you. But everyone's favourite piece of shit, Boyd. How are you, my friend? Happy birthday.
Yeah, mate. Big 4-3 today. Yesterday. I'm already losing my mind. I'm getting old, man.
Have the days flowed together?
I don't feel a day over 73, man. Fucking.
You don't look a day over 70 either.
Fucking, man, it's tough. It's tough. Fucking, I've got a massage and a fucking a float and soak down at the local city cave, and man, it was good. But the massage therapist, they're all fucking hippies, man, going on about the meridian fucking energy line in your back and along here, and if I do this, it might fucking make you feel like this. I was like, fucking rub my back, cunt. Just fucking shut up and rub my back. I don't want to hear about all your fucking magic potions and shit.
Well, I could tell you about some massage therapists over here.
No, anyway, let's move on because it is, speaking of Nate's massage therapist.
Don't worry, Brick. We got your back, okay? First things first, we need to get you a little protection. Ah, there it is. Brian Fantana's glorious cabinet of condoms.
What a
we did
segue.
mention the last 2 weeks. Is there any observations from the games over the last 2 weeks that you two would like to touch on before we move into wrapping up the entire Suns season? Let's start with you, Nate.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few accolades we'll get to. Probably got a lot to do with who we're going to have a beer with, so I won't dive in there. A couple of observations was when I was looking back trying to pick MVP for the first week and then this week, it was actually really difficult because there were so many shit games. So I took a different approach for this segment. I thought we did a bit about what, in a root segment, what do the minutes look like for Rasheer when Brooks comes back. So I just sort of looked at it from a rookie watch point of view and said, what had happened to Rasheer and Malowich since Brooks came back? And ultimately, there's been a massive minutes drop overall, besides the performance drop, which has been pretty obvious. So you have a look at Malowich before Brooks came back in Orlando. It was, 19 minutes, 13 minutes, good production. 12 points, 9 boards, 2 blocks. Memphis was 6 points, 11 boards, 3 blocks. Then in Orlando, he drops to 2 minutes. Then in Charlotte, Mark Williams comes back, he drops to 2 minutes. Did not play in Chicago, 1 minute in Houston, gets the start in Dallas, didn't do much with it, even though we pulled away a win. Then yesterday's game, 8 minutes. Flemo, hurt just as bad pretty much. He had 18 minutes before Brooks' return, 23 minutes before Brooks' return. We were talking about him sticking around that 18-minute mark as a general consensus for that poll we did. He dropped to 15 and then pretty much dropped right back to 7 minutes, then a DNP against Chicago, 1 minute against Houston, played 13 against Dallas and 24, so he came back a bit more minutes against LA. But ultimately, the production slowed, the minutes came back, so they really did end up putting all their weight back into Brooks as a primary guy in the team. And unfortunately, the rookies did suffer as far as their playing time went.
Boyd?
Hey, well, just a reply to that, Nate. The writing was on the wall for these guys 20 games ago. If they were ever going to be a part of our playoff rotation or play any significant role, do you remember when Fleming first started getting his run about 25 games ago, probably a few months ago? Then it went away as soon as players started coming back. We should have known then. The writing was on the wall. Then they're not a part of the rotation. They were serving a purpose and given that extra bit of growth time on the court. But I mean, ultimately, what do we want? Do we want this now that we're in a position where we can play in playoffs? Do we want this? Do we want to have a fucking run at it? Or do we want to develop cunts? We saw what they looked like in the second half of that last game. Do we want them in there for the playoffs, or do we want to fucking make a run of try and win a round or two or three or the fucking whole lot, man? That's what I'm fucking chasing. So look, I feel like we're right on the fucking tightrope. We're on a fence. We can't be fucking, happy about the way that, we've done so well and that, let's keep going. But then want to play the rookies all the fucking minutes. Or even, you just trust in Jordan Knott. He's done a fucking great job, man. So I'm just sort of, when I look at it, it's frustrating because it's exciting seeing the rookies. Don't get me wrong. I love it. But then I have to fucking come back down to earth and think to myself, well, there's a reason for this. Because all the guys that got us to where we are right now have not been in that same form for quite some time because of the integration of the likes of Jalen Green and players coming in and out of the lineup. We need to fucking get it going again with these old vets, right? So I don't think it's a bad thing. There's two sides to the coin. Which way do you want to go? One side's going to take us, to maybe not even making a playoff round, getting knocked out in the play-in, and the other one's going to be, giving us a little bit of a better showing by getting these vets going again. So I don't know.
I don't disagree with you, Boyd. I was bringing that up as a neutral point just because we discussed what would happen.
I thought you were pissed.
No. I actually agree with you. What you're saying is like, okay, what do you want to achieve next? And I honestly think the best thing for the team is to win the next playoff game and go straight into the playoffs, or win the playing game to go straight into the playoffs and beat San Antonio up. Even if we can't win it, defensively just mess them.
Yeah.
I think the best thing for this team moving into next season is winning culture, not playing the rookies, if that's going to be the shifting difference.
And that'll come. We all know that will come. You know what I've taken over the last couple of weeks is that it's going to be fucking tough. And Gav, you're right. Teams go up a fucking gear, right? Now you're in the camp of, I don't know if we have that extra gear. And I'm very much in the other camp of, we've already seen that fucking extra gear when we were fucking toppling cunts at the start of the season.
Yeah, but my point is that, but that's my point. We've already seen our top gear.
Well, we haven't got back there yet, so we've still got a gear to go up.
That's more what I mean. We've already seen our ceiling, where I think some of the best teams in playoffs take it to another ceiling that you haven't seen in the regular season.
Here's the thing. Would you agree with this then? Our ceiling with Jalen Green working as he's supposed to within our system, that is another gear. That's the extra gear, right?
That's what we were hoping for, right? Everybody comes back, everyone's healthy, they get on the court at the same time, and we see a gear that we haven't seen before.
So we do have that extra gear.
I'm saying I don't know if we have it because we haven't had the opportunity to see whether that potentially exists, right? That's kind of more where the camp I sit in. I say My biggest concern is that we didn't have the extra gear. But the biggest problem we have is that we haven't actually had any opportunity really to see whether that might exist.
We haven't seen
Dylan
Dylan Brooks get back to what he was before the injury either yet.
And that's the whole thing. And we've got expectations now going into this play-in and even the playoffs, right? Where we go, hey, we might be able to compete with the Spurs and whatever. Look, I really hope we can. Dylan Brooks isn't back where he was before the injury. Jalen Green's injured again. Book, I reckon's been sore for pretty much most of the second half of the season. Goody's just hurt his ankle again. Grayson just did his hamstring. Fucking hell.
And Mark had a mysterious back-to-back DMP as well, so he's obviously not at full strength.
No, but
he's done that most of the year though.
The first part of it, Dylan Brooks. I'm not here for any fucking Dylan Brooks slander. I'm not.
I'm not slandering Dylan Brooks. We're not slandering him.
No, we're just saying he's not back to what he's not
back from the injury. He's still not at peak to what he was pre-injury. It's going to take him a couple more.
There has been a lot of Dylan slander out there.
No doubt. But that's the Suns fan base, right? Now, one of the things I was gonna do, Boyd, on your little wrap up there, and even parts of Nate's, was go, thank you, because I've watched this Jordan Ott fucking absolute slandering over the last couple of weeks in the Suns fan base for his rotations and he's this and he's that and he's. Maybe the bloke knew what he was fucking doing because we put those rookies and everyone out on the floor yesterday and they had 23 turnovers and showed us that they're not ready for that level yet. Why would we want to be rushing them onto the floor? Well,
I will admit, I did give him a pull your finger out 1 week just because the rotations were wild. But it was only the 1 week.
I understand the frustrations, but the guy's also trying to balance the team through the remainder of the season, especially with the injuries and everything that we've had. And I get that at times we get frustrated about, Oso might not be performing to where he is, and we'll all sit there and go, why aren't you putting Malawach in? Well, maybe Malawach is going to give us the same outputs, right? Because we spoke about this early in the season. Everyone's going, we drafted Malawach at 10 and he's never getting any game time and blah, 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 blah. Then he came in and played a game when Mark Williams missed, and he was just thereabouts at best. And we kind of went, maybe the kid needs some time. He goes back, he plays 5 G League games in a row, then comes back in and plays, and all of a sudden he's a different kid because he's adjusted to how the game's played. He's still got a lot of time to grow. The big one for me is Rasheer Fleming. I think he's proved that he can slot into the lineup as it stands. I'd much prefer to see him in front of Ryan Dunn. But I'm going to stand on this hill again. I don't want to see Rasheer Fleming in front of Royce O'Neal. He's not at that level yet. He shouldn't be taking minutes away from Royce to get on the floor. Ryan Dunn, don't put that dude on the floor. His outputs are just not there. But our power forward rotation at the moment is Dylan Brooks and Royce O'Neal. And then we should probably see anywhere between 8 to 12 minutes from Rasheer as top-up minutes, especially if there's foul trouble, right? The other thing over the last couple of weeks, and I think Jordan Ott actually mentioned it in one of his post games, we're at the stage now that he needs to be tightening up the rotations for playoffs as well, because we're not going to go in and run a 10, 11-man rotation in playoffs. Surely. I really hope not, anyway.
Oh, he's already dropped it back to 9-man rotations a couple of times. So he's obviously working out his system for the playoffs already.
It hasn't worked, has it? That's the worrying thing, and that's why I don't like what we've done the last 2 games. I said it at
to sit everyone.
Yeah, and I think I touched on it. I don't know if it was in our chat.
It was in our Twitter chat.
It was in our Twitter. Yeah. I don't want. We've got too much shit to work out. We've got too many guys not vibing on the court. We're not back at that level that we were previously in the season. And I just feel like it's a golden opportunity for us to fucking iron out some wrinkles. And we may not still see it in 2 games. And now them 2 games are likely going to be play-in or playoff games where we're still working shit out. Like, fuck me. Don't give me the fucking rest crap. Don't hit me with it, you fucking.
Well, see,
No,
I think
no.
it was taken, but I think it was taken out of our hands too, right? So straight away with Jalen Green hurting his knee, he was never going to play in the last 2 games, right? Why would you risk that? That doesn't make sense.
In that regard, in that place,
you can look at him. You can look at him and go, well, we can give him the next 12 days off, and he can get the knee right. So we're going to do that. Now, Book has carried a lot this year, and he's done a number of times, and I think he did in his last game as well, where he just rolls that ankle over. So I've got no doubt the Book's a bit sore. So why not give him the extra time?
Yeah.
Brooks has to
games
play.
Don't matter.
Brooks has to play.
Don't matter.
For me, Brooks has to play. He needs the additional gallop coming back from the injury. Grayson Allen.
Well, actually, he's one guy I wouldn't have played in this last game because he's in a position where he's losing a game for every tech he gets. So
yeah, that's
don't
true.
play one game out from the fucking important one.
Jeez, he gave up some cheap ticky-tack fouls against the Lakers.
That's always been him.
Even
Always been him.
proper Brooks get stuck into it, make them count fouls. They were soft.
That's literally, yeah. But
Look, I get your point. I get your point, Boyd. But I also look at Colin Gillespie's clearly dropped off in the last third of the last quarter of the season.
and so he should have.
His last 20, 25 games, because he's carried a lot this season. So why not sit him?
Yeah, look, I don't think Colin's problem isn't that he's carried a lot.
Well, he has though. With Book and Green and these guys out, he's done a lot of work. And 82 games is a fucking long season, man.
Yeah, he's fit as fuck. I think it's more just the positional, the position he's in. The
I'm
position
okay
he's in.
with everyone for this pointless game that achieves absolutely fucking nothing. It doesn't drop us out of 7th. It doesn't put us up from 7th. It is the most pointless game of all time.
Everything you're saying is valid because of Jalen Green. If Jalen Green didn't hurt his knee, I'd want everybody fucking playing. But because
which is fair.
Because he is injured, because he is the one that everyone has to acclimate to and fucking work out, right? What does the best version of the Suns look like with that fucking X factor, Jalen Green?
Agree.
How does it fit in? So if his knee is hurt and he's fucking and it is.
Hey, look, let's play
enough.
devil's advocate. Let's play devil's advocate, Boyd. You know the exciting part about it? We could throw this team out in the play-ins, and no one's going to know how we're setting up. It's
Neither
secret.
will fucking we. Neither will them come to the court.
It's secret squirrel time. The Spurs won't know what hit them.
I'll give you this over under. We, if we get 6+ assists out of Jalen Green, we win comfortably. Anything under that, we could be on struggle street.
He has been before the injury again. He was moving the ball better.
Yeah,
but his passing was better. He was penetrating and kicking the ball out.
It's a different beast.
Even
when he is moving the ball, it's still it feels like it's a different. It's two different guys, and that's the thing. Even when he is, doing all the right things, it's still hard having. Like I said, he's an X factor. He's that polarizing guy that does what this team isn't used to seeing cunts do.
We're going to go into this in more in depth and back to your roots. So let's just hold off on going any further on Jalen Green for the moment.
Can we go back to Royce for a bit?
Let's talk about Royce.
Let's bring a little positive note because we've had a little bit of a disgruntled chat there on the Green factor. So let's be happy again. Royce O'Neal is, as of the Lakers game, tied with Dan Marley for the most three-pointers made in a two-season span. Now, they were talking about this before the Lakers game. He was two buckets behind. He went out and he got the 2. So he's going to sit out the game against OKC. So 391 over 2 seasons. Royce is a senior vet. He's been around a long time. The years that Dan Marley got that 391 over 2 seasons for three-pointers made was one of those years. The 93 part of it was his All-Star season. So comparatively looking from purely an outside the arc perspective, Royce O'Neal for the last 2 years has been shooting at an All-Star Dan Marley clip. positive.
Yeah, it's different. And that's really it's interesting. They're great. They're great stat lines to hear. I mean, obviously different eras and the game's played differently, but Royce O'Neal's copped a lot of fucking shit this year. But and I was reading some stuff, and I just retweeted something from Shane Young. So Royce O'Neal finishes his 9th NBA season with 78 games played. He's been fantastic as a veteran leader and reliable for the coaching staff to lean on. Everybody is raving about his steadiness. He's made the most threes in his career, 212, while shooting 41.3% off the catch. Now, everyone always smashes the fuck out of Royce O'Neal, and he's shit, and we need to put Rasheer in front of him. And Royce O'Neal's, like Grayson Allen, very, very important to this squad and the way it's built. And I think Royce's season's been fantastic. Has he had down games?
It's really fun to watch, actually.
Everyone has. I think Royce's output has been severely underrated this year. Boyd, any thoughts on Royce?
Oh, he's been just fine. He is just what he is. He's been just he's got what I like about Royce is he comes in and he gives you the same shit every single game. It's either he's going to give you 3 triples, or he's going to give you a cheeky 4 or 5 rebounds, and he works hard. He doesn't just fucking drift off. He knows where to be, and I like his synergy with Book in particular. Like most of his wide open threes come between that Royce from Book, like finding him outside open. I like that. But look, would I have put Rasheer Fleming in for Royce? Yeah. I wouldn't do it now, most probably, because it's too fucking late. I would have done it 20, 25 games ago. I wouldn't have cut Royce out of the fucking, whole party. He's still partying with us, man. He's just doing it from the second unit with Colin, with fucking Grayson, all these guys. So my starting lineup 20 games ago would have been Jalen, Book, Dylan, but he's not really injured back then, right? And Rasheer Fleming, Mark Williams. That's what I'm going into the playoffs, and that's what I want to see in these last games prior, but we're not seeing that now. So anyway, yeah, no, I'm not down on Royce. He's going to get traded in the offseason, but he's been just fucking fine for the Phoenix Suns this season.
So my starting lineup going into the playoffs, I'd like to see is Book, Jalen, Grayson, Dylan, and Mark Williams. So there you go.
So I mean, I nearly gave Ladbrokes a fuck that guy vote this week because they didn't have Royce listed in their fucking multi. I couldn't get any odds on him for a multi. I'm like, the guy's listed, and they didn't pick up on the change from questionable to available quick enough, and I missed putting him into my multis. So fuck him for that, because I wanted Royce in my multis. But who says he gets traded? I mean, there's a world in which he stays, right, to keep that culture.
Oh yeah, of course. I think what Boyd's point is, and it's fair, is I think we can in the off season, and we'll have an off season pod, but I think in the off season we can only keep one of Grayson or Royce, and the likelihood is it's Royce that we move. I think that's is that fair, Boyd?
Yeah. Put it like this, Nate. Would you keep Royce over Colin?
That would come. It's actually a debatable question.
And also the same thing with Mark Williams.
Colin's output's tapered off, but his value essentially skyrocketed. So you're not going to get him for another $2.7 million. You're not going to get him on a single year contract. You're going to have to pay, at least mid-level, 10, 14 million, I reckon, and multiple years. So you could probably get Royce, 10, 11 single year contract, and that might be more valuable. So I know there's an argument each side for it. I don't want to shit on Colin, especially just because of some late season, performance drops. But that's a tough one.
And it's not an easy one because, boy, you're basing it off us remaining outside of the second or under the second apron, right?
Well, it's about being able to retain these two new guys, and the apron, of course, as well. But it's more about we can't have all three. We can't have all three. And here's the thing.
We can. We just have to go into the second apron.
Of course. Yeah. But we can't do that. We can't. I think that I don't think we fucking can. After we've done all this shit
to get under it.
Look at how much fucking money we're eating. We're going to fucking eat Beale's fucking crusty old fucking cap hit dick for fucking 4 years and then just jump straight back into the second apron and get all our picks frozen and fucked off. If we do that, man, I'm going to fucking cut myself right down the fucking list. What
fucking picks have we got to get frozen?
The ones further down the line.
Further down the line. They're gone. And then they start kicking back and then it doesn't matter, even if we're fucking shit, they get pushed to the back of the number 32. It'll be number 32 by then, by the way, because we have 2 new teams. We'll get picked 32. And we could be fucking dog shit. I'm not saying we're going to be dog shit, but if we're dog shit fucking bad and we're fucking finishing last and getting the 32nd pick, like I said, I'm going to fucking end it. It's fucking done with it. So, no, we're not going over to second apron. Not until we get past the threshold that means that, the 3 out of 5 years or whatever it is. To bring it back to where it was, Nate, effectively we have to trade Grayson or Royce.
To stay under that.
If we want to keep those other 2.
Or just let fucking Colin walk and Mark.
If we want to keep those other 2.
At least one.
Yeah.
And
I'm glad none of us are in the position of key decision maker this off season.
Well, what they've done so far, I believe in them. I'm sure they'll make it work.
Who's Saints 146 in the chat, by the way?
It's very aggressive.
Well, he said happy birthday to Boyd, and he's flashed new shoes.
No, I just want to know who he is.
I can't remember.
So, what else have we got to wrap up?
Let's wrap it up properly now. So the Phoenix Suns have effectively finished with a record of 44-37. 1 game to go, of course. So I'm assuming that with our 6-man rotation for the next game, I don't even know who we're playing. Who are we playing?
OKC. What?
Is it OKC?
Tomorrow,
all right. So we're going to finish with a record of 44-38. Finished 7th in the West, 2nd in the Pacific. Our predictions, Nate had 47, Boyd 49, and me 46. So with 44 wins, I was the closest I win.
42.
No, you changed it last week, mate. When you were the last pod when you were throwing it.
Wasn't an official change. Yeah, Gav just changed it for me.
We changed it for you.
Yeah, I sat on 42 since Christmas, but anyway.
And then you threw your toys out of the cot, and then changed it because you predicted 6 wins.
No, what he said, what he says, leave me at 42, but we're going to win another 5 games. But leave me at 42.
I don't think you did.
Yeah, I was on the rose-coloured lens optimism stretch.
Points leaders for the year. Book 26.1, Brooks 20.3, Jalen 17.8. Rebound leaders, Mark 8 rebounds a game, Oso 5.1 rebounds a game, Goody 4.9. Assist leaders, Book 6 a game, Dizzy 4.6 a game, Grayson 3.8 a game. Field goal percentage, Oso 65.6%. Mark Williams 64.4 and Malawach 53.3. Free throw percentage, Colin 87.4, Book 87.3. I did leave one out there because Kobe Breyer is 100% for the year, but probably only shot 2 foul shots for the entire year. So let's not get too carried away. I did leave someone in for the next one because I thought it was funny. 3-point percentage, Mark Williams leads the way with 100% because he was 1 from 1. But Hayward Highsmith at 61.5% and Royce at 40.8%. Steals, Goody 1.5 a game, Grayson 1.4 and Colin 1.2. And blocks per game, Mark Williams 0.9, Malawach 0.7, Oso 0.7. Anything that jumps out for you guys?
Yeah, the fact that CJ Huntley's not on the list.
Where did Colin?
For what?
Where did Colin
for
Gillespie?
anything. I saw him pop up in the stat sheets recently. I forgot he was even on the fucking team. And
Where
you're
did
just
Colin
reading out all
Gillespie
these stat performers. I'm like, fuck, where's CJ Huntley?
Where did Colin finish 3-point percentage?
Not in the top 3.
Ah,
Yes, 3-pointers made, not percentage.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just like he's been shooting it pretty well, and he's fallen off a bit recently, but broke the record for the Phoenix Suns
Most threes in a season.
Yeah, most threes in a season. So if he's done that anywhere over 37% or 36%, I think is the league average. I'm pretty impressed with that.
His 3-point percentage for the year was 40.1.
That's pretty
Wow.
good.
And broke a fucking Suns franchise record. Lovely. Yeah, that stands out to me. Well done, young fella, young Dizzy.
Well done, Diz Meister,
Big Diz.
the Meister of dizziness. Yeah, so that's look, overall solid. That's Mr. Lissy's at the bar watching UFC, and Trump's there with his daughters. It's very wholesome. Thanks. Thanks.
Levi ran alone for 5 minutes.
I hope you enjoy those wholesome moments. I'm sure he's probably asking them for their phone numbers.
Because he's got the new bubs, right? So he's got the bubs sitting at the bar with him in his little like booster seat. I hope he does.
You Matt or Trump?
Matt.
He doesn't live in Brackenridge, mate. That's us up your neck of the woods.
That's the overall stats for the season. Gents, who was your MVP of the year this year for the Phoenix Suns? MVP trophy, Aussie Suns Fans MVP trophy. Nate, who's your winner?
I mean, you can't go past Book, right? Every year, or every week we do this. There's an odd week where someone else outperforms him. Or if you look at it like I do, like I give it a vote per game per week, he generally comes out on top. Even the last 2 weeks, for example, I couldn't give anyone a real vote for the first 4 games. Then Book comes out with like 3 games where he's the clear team leader. And that's just consistent to the whole season. So it has to be Book.
Boyd, who is the Phoenix Suns' most valuable player in the course of this season?
Devin Booker. And that's it.
Devin Booker is the winner of our MVP, but I'm going to vote something different. And I'm going to say that the most valuable player to this squad going into the playoffs, and afterwards I'm going to have to go and punch myself in the testicles a few times. Dylan Brooks is the most valuable player to this squad. I think for any ability to compete coming into these playoffs with an intensity and an engagement to the game, and somebody who holds others accountable and will make sure that we're competitive in a 7-game series against the Spurs, it's Dylan Brooks.
It is. It fucking is, Gavin.
I
thought if I picked him, that there'd be a fucking mutiny and a fucking riot on this here pod.
I thought this was who is an MVP for the season based on performance, not what is ahead of us.
I'm calling it the most valuable player, Nate.
Okay.
Not performance-based. I'm saying who's the most valuable to this squad winning. And right now, for me, if I look at the season as a whole, the most valuable player to this team winning is Dylan Brooks.
The old Steve Nash MVP argument.
The old Steve Nash MVP argument. That's right, Boyd.
That's right.
I've taken another one off Kobe. Book the Kobe lookalike. I've taken one off him. But Devin Booker is the Aussie Suns Fans MVP. Vote 2-1. Now, our Marley Hustle Award winner, gents, we've done it all year. We've monitored, we've handed this award out week by week over the course of the year. I know the results of what we've selected over the course of the year. Jordan Goodwin, obviously, congratulations, Jordan, was the official winner of the Marley Hustle Award, awarded by Dan Marley this week. But who is your personal Marley Hustle Award winner for the Aussie Suns Fans Marley Hustle Award winner once we get through our votes? And what we'll do is we'll include our total votes over the course of the year as a casting vote as well. Nate?
Yeah, look, I mean, I actually can't remember the number of votes. It'll be interesting to hear you come back and tell me what they were. It's a bit hard to unbiasedly say this was my favourite person after you've already seen the results come out. And to be honest, I would have expected a coin toss between Jordan Goodwin and Colin Gillespie. So I wasn't upset at all because, we've had Jordan on the team before. And when he came back, I said it before at the start of the season, I just couldn't understand why. And all he's done all year is prove me wrong as to why he belongs on this team, why he belongs on an accolade list for what he's contributed. So I'm not upset about that. And I would have said, the official decision was between Colin Gillespie and Jordan Goodwin. So, either way it went, sure. But, I'm fully in support of the award going to him.
So you're going Goodwin? After
I'm like I said, I don't know how my votes flipped out. But, I'd happily say that. Yeah,
I don't know how your votes flipped out either. I've only got a total, so
okay.
I didn't go for who voted for who, but I might do that breakdown again. It just took me a while. Boyd, who's your vote for?
Yeah, it's going to go to Jordan Goodwin, regardless. I suppose here's the thing: we've been real emotional cunts from week to week when we've been placing our votes, right? Someone may have done something stupid in a game, so he's not getting fucking nothing that week. We're going to give it to Colin Gillespie. I know I did it a couple of times for picking cunts up full court a lot. Like, fucking great. But it doesn't change the fact that Jordan Goodwin, given his size and given his, you look at his contract, given his size and what he's managed to achieve on both ends, and his defensive, what his actual defensive numbers. If you look at, how many possessions he's won the team, he's done it very consistently. The most consistent, Jordan Goodwin.
And I am once again going to go against both of you, and I think that Colin Gillespie should be the Marley Hustle Award winner.
Do you think that gets him a discount on our next year's contract, or what?
He gets, it might do. That's what I mean. Like we've pretty much eliminated any chance of going, hey, listen, we gave you a little glass trophy. Can't you take less money? I don't know where
Boyd's going to have to fix that up. He's going to have to fix that little avatar up as well.
Yeah, he does. Mine does the same though, so I can't be too hard on him. But I was excited about going through these. Yeah, I know you fixed yours. You're going to have to send me that so I can do it. I was excited about this next part, but Boyd's just fucking deserted us. So, but we'll do it without him. Some players that received votes this year at the lower end of what we did were Amir Coffey.
This is still for the Hustle Award, right?
This is the Hustle Award. Amir Coffey, Haywood Highsmith, Mark Williams, and Dylan Brooks all received votes but did not finish in the top three.
I would only support one of those to even be in consideration on an overall scale.
Who have a guess at who you think finished third in our Marley Hustle Award winner? Devin Booker received 0 votes, by the way.
This would be interesting because at the start of the season, I said this was Dylan Brooks' award to lose, and
he hasn't even finished top three.
No, and he didn't get any. Like after about the first month, none of us. We were also surprised. Also surprised by Jordan Goodwin.
Grayson got votes, but didn't finish third either.
Oh,
yeah. I have no idea how we voted. To be honest, I know you two threw some stupid fucking Hustle Awards around for Coffey and Highsmith in the last third of the season.
I didn't play enough weeks.
Yeah.
Fleming?
No, Rashir Fleming did get votes, but did not win it. Or finish third. It was Oso Ighodaro who finished third.
Nice. Yes, and they were our votes.
Yeah. He went over a month where we basically gave it to him for 4 weeks straight, and all of us voted for him.
And that's probably the only month he played well.
Maybe, but he still finished third. Obviously, the two that finished top two were Jordan Goodwin and Colin Gillespie. It was very, very close across the season for ours. But when we go back and when I went back and did the count, Colin Gillespie actually received the most votes from us for the Hustle Award winner, and he won it by 12 votes. Or 12 votes over the course of the season. So that means that there's you two for Goodwin, me and us combined for Colin Gillespie. So therefore the Aussie Suns fans Marley Hustle Award winner is Colin Gillespie. Congratulations, because I get the casting vote because I don't care. I can kick you both out right now if you don't fucking like it.
Yeah, sure. All right, bye.
Who is the Aussie? Who is the Aussie Suns Fans Pull Your Finger Out award winner? Boyd?
Oh, I'm back.
By vote, it's probably going to be Ryan Dunn. By what has been voted, I've been outvoted. You know, I've been a Dunn stan for quite some time.
And now you're voting for him? Fucking hell. You don't stand your ground very well. When you say I'm going to stand on this hill, you fucking lay down and roll down to the bottom.
No. I'm saying if you ask me who I think it is by the number of votes.
Who do you vote for? Who do you think it is? It's your official vote on
Pull your finger up. My final one. For the year, who have I given it to the most?
I know.
It's probably been Osso.
Has it? I know who you gave it to the most, and it wasn't Osso.
Was it Devin?
Yeah.
Same guy gave MVP to. Like,
yeah,
fuck.
Yeah, that's one.
It just goes to show how high a regard I hold that cunt, and just fucking I just want him to do everything. I want him to fucking make me happy. That's all. That's all it is.
So, who's your vote for now for the whole year?
You already said also, didn't you?
Yeah, it'd be also.
No,
Look, can I elaborate a little bit? Just
sure
a little
you
bit.
can. Sure you can.
Also, to me, I wanted to see him build on his game this season, and I said just recently, you know, it doesn't look like he can't mechanically add a jump shot to his game. He can't move anywhere outside of 1 foot from the rim. It feels like that. Even the push shot has even had its lows for a lot of this season. So just add something. Fucking stop. You shouldn't be airballing free throws at this time of year. Like, fucking some cunt go and lock you in a gym somewhere and tell you to shoot the ball and take free throws. Take a lot of them. Just fucking. He should have gotten better in that regard. I just feel like he's, I feel like he's not even tried, and I haven't seen anything. But that's just the way I feel. So pull your fucking finger out, mate.
Nate?
Yeah, look, I reckon the last third of the season I've been pretty consistent. I don't know what I did for the first 2/3. If I had to say anyone, it would be Ryan Dunn. Based on what I know I've said, and look, even over the last 2 weeks, if we had a potted Easter Monday, I was even considering Colin Gillespie because of the drop-off and the expectations we had of him.
Which would have been reasonable.
But I still ended up giving it a Dunn. And I'll just go over a quick reason. Over the last 2 weeks, if you look at what Ryan Dunn has done, I've got him down as my perpetual finger puller. And over the last 2 weeks of games, these are his performances. Good, DNP, barely visible, DNP, basically DNP, welcome back, and what the fuck. And the what the fuck is starting against the Lakers and then getting 1 fucking point. Now, that's your recency bias right there, and there's your fucking perpetual pull your finger out.
Yeah, it's Ryan Dunn.
Okay.
Ryan, you might find yourself a little bit unlucky because for the first half of the year it was Nick Richards, but then we traded him, so someone had to fill that spot. You were the one that slid.
Fucking Richards.
You were the one that slid into that spot. As you know, you slid into that spot with grace and style, and did nothing to make me feel better about you and your future with the Phoenix Suns. So, Ryan Dunn, you can roll your eyes all you fucking like, mate. All right, at least Oso showed something. Ryan Dunn
you should hear the shit I'm calling you in my head.
What you should hear the what?
All the shit I'm calling you in my head.
It's probably just because
I didn't want to
call me that out loud. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's not like you haven't called me that before.
We fucking argue about this every week, man. Don't need to do it again. Every fucking week we do it. And it's always the same different shit with a little bit of different spunk. That's all it is.
And every week I'm right and you're wrong.
But there are a lot of statistics, or essentially lack thereof, to support Gav's argument in this case.
We'll go with the lack thereof.
That's the point. The lack of statistics are right.
No, of argument for Gav.
Giggity, giggity, giggity.
Gentlemen, let's go back to our roots. This week, the biggest debate in the outside of AFL and how shit people's AFL teams are. By the way, the Essendon Bombers, we're back. Potentially the greatest AFL list ever put together after yesterday's performance.
I'll give you that.
The biggest argument was, and it comes every single time he has ended up injured this year, is how shit Jalen Green is, and how much we're so much better than when Jalen Green's not playing for the Suns. The justification is that when he plays, the ball isn't in Devin Booker's hands, it's in Jalen's hands, which is despite the back and forth that we had and the fact that I put actual stats in the chat to show that wasn't the case. Everyone still thinks it's true. But Jalen Green, the question is, and the question was, are we better as a team with Jalen Green not on the floor? Boyd.
Yes.
Why?
Well, I mean, you just got to look at the teams for the first half of the season and the team's performance. It was night and day better than what it has been with Jalen Green to date. To date being the key word. Now, if you look at the highs of the team with Jalen Green, they've been higher. I feel like we've had the most potent offense with Jalen Green on the floor. It's looked like there's been glimpses of it. But here's the thing. It's down here one day, then it's up here the next day, back down here for a couple of days. It's too inconsistent. So as a team, are we better with him at the moment? No. Could we be in the future? I think 100% yes. Do we want to keep fucking around and finding out? Which is something that I think the Suns Jams guys were talking about something else. But it sort of resonated with me. Like, what do we want to do as a fan base, as a team? Do we want to go through we're in a rebuild, right? Do we want to keep going through this with Jalen Green, or do we want to get something that fits better and work on other pieces coming through? It's another polarizing decision that we have. But yeah,
which is why we're talking about him.
The team this year has been better without Jalen Green as a whole.
Nate.
Yeah, it's a tough one to answer straight out, isn't it? Because my head goes into several different places when you think about, all right, keep him, where does he fit? Where have we been good with him? We have been obviously inconsistent with him, especially in and out of injury. The plus side is when he's on the court with Book, right? There's another player people are forced to defend, and they can't just swarm Book straight up, which they do when he's not on the court. That's why Dylan was getting so many open looks, or he'll take any look, doesn't need to be open, but he was getting looks because all the defense moved to Book. When Jalen's out there, the defense has to spread. So even, and this is the bit that sickens me in the mind space, if you go back to when we had KD, Book, and Beal, there was a period there where they took Beal's $30, $50 million, whatever it was, off the bench. And so is Jalen Green in a winning team better off being the star of the second unit? That then circles back around to the first thing is you can't, it makes me sick to think you got that money coming off the bench. He's better off in the starting unit because he takes the pressure off Book. What happens if he's not on the team altogether? We're back to his 30-game injury streak where we just relied on Book and Brooks. And that's full rebuild. So I really don't know. I don't know what you get for him that makes it better. And until there's an answer to, okay, it's this player, it's Jalen Green or this player. And I think that's what we need to see before we can answer that question.
Are we better? Have we been better this year with him or without him?
I don't think we've seen full potential. I reckon we would be better with him at full performance. But I don't think we've seen a very good window of that yet.
overall
That's
this
what we're all
season.
hanging in for.
Overall, the best basketball this team's played is with Jalen Green on the floor.
No,
The peak of our
overall this
output,
season.
the best basketball this team's played, Jalen Green was on the floor.
All right, so moving on. If that's your fucking the way you like it, you're happy with us playing a really good game every 5.
It's
And
not
then
about
fucking
playing
bottoming out
it's
the others.
again, it's not I had this argument in the chat on Suns Jam.
I said
right?
exactly the same thing, Gavin. We peak people with Jalen, but the team is better without him.
It's not.
In a vacuum, they fucking are.
They're not in a vacuum, and I'll tell you why. We had players that were overperforming their output early in the season. Absolutely.
Non-sustainable output.
It was not sustainable. And when we saw the drop off,
It was when
Look
Dylan
at
Brooks basically.
the
Dylan Brooks got
positivity.
injured, Jalen Green came back.
Dylan Brooks got injured. He wasn't playing anymore. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone keeps going, well, the ball stagnates when fucking Jalen Green's playing. Hold on a second. Let's go back to the start of the season. Dylan Brooks had a fucking massive patch after he had a couple of decent games, and when he was the only player on the team.
And
then
guess
Book
who
came
was,
back.
guess who was supposed to be an all-star?
And
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, once he stopped trying to go fucking hero ball.
Because he was efficient.
No, because he's
It
going
matters
hero
less.
ball.
It matters less about having one guy who takes tough shots if he's fucking making most of them. Gavin. Now, Jalen Green went fucking 5 games and he had something like fucking, it was 8 from fucking 50 from the field.
Yep. And tell me
and then he had a good one.
when those games were. Tell me when those games were, boy.
When he first came back.
When he first came back. So the guy missed 55 games, and while everyone else had 55 games of NBA basketball under their belt, and he was feeling his way back in,
but it still
he
goes.
shot poorly.
Gavin,
what happened after he got past the 20 game
mark? He's past the 20-game mark, and he has not found consistency.
Yes, he has. He had one poor game in 7.
One poor game in 7.
Yes.
Really? Are you going to include
about
the
it on
game?
the pod a couple of weeks ago?
Are you including the game where he got sat for the 4th quarter, or is that the game you're talking about?
that was only in the last couple of weeks, only during this last couple of week period, right?
Okay, what I'm saying is that first 5 games, okay, he's got an excuse, but he hasn't hit anything consistently since. He's still been up and down.
Yeah,
and it hasn't been working. And it hasn't been working.
I don't think the gap between his top and his bottom is
I have more
anywhere near
faith.
the gap you think it is.
I have more faith in Dylan Brooks being able to get back to his efficiency quicker than Jalen Green ever doing it. And the reason why is because I saw it for longer this season. And Jalen Green has been like this.
We haven't had the opportunity for that. But
Jalen Green's been like this the entire.
His explosiveness changes the way we play offense. Now you just spent
I like it too.
earlier,
I fucking like it.
Yeah,
but get your other shit in mind before you fucking we start having these grandeur fucking ideas of you taking us to a championship. Get your fucking other shit in line, and I'll take all the explosiveness you fucking have, mate.
What's the other shit in line? Because even you acknowledge that he was using the ball better.
Selection. No, he needs to pick it up defensively. Now he's been better in that regard. His shot selection is still very fucking iffy. If he gets a shot selection, his shot diet sorted out, he will be more efficient moving forward. But it still doesn't work, mate. It fucking doesn't work yet. I'll preface this by saying yet. Anyway, that's just my fucking passionate opinion, by the way.
And my passionate opinion is anyone who says that Jalen Green is taking the ball out of Devin Booker's hands is wrong.
I don't. He's still Booker's maintained his usage rate. I think you were saying it in the chat. Booker has maintained his usage rate.
He's actually increased his usage rate this year.
Yeah. Okay.
That's factually incorrect that Jalen Green has taken the ball out of Devin Booker's hands. Does he go? There's a big difference, right? We've also got ISO. We've got ISO. What's the word for it?
heliocentric.
No, but we as Suns fans, we've got this thing where anyone who ever goes ISO now because of Kevin Durant, we want to vomit on the floor, right? So it's anyone who goes ISO, we just go, this is fucking bullshit. This guy's just fucking Kevin Durant. In saying that, I did enjoy. Just before I do go ahead, I did enjoy in the Houston game that twice Kevin Durant tried to go ISO at the top, and twice in a row he dribbled it off his foot.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was
I
pretty much
thought of you, Gavin, when he did it the first time, and I thought of you because you got so pissy about that, and we all did so many times last season, and we're very vocal about it. Dribble off your fucking foot, you clown. And then he did it against us. Hey, look, Westgard in that regard.
But yes, he does go ISO ball and wants to use that explosiveness to get to the basket in a one-on-one, right? But that's his game,
which is fine. I'm happy to keep going with it.
Does he take contested shots? Yes, he does. What I will say is over the last couple of weeks before the knee injury, the contested shots he took were deeper in the shot clock, right? So early doors when he first came back, he was taking those deeper contested shots early in the shot clock. And it was kind of like watching Eric Gordon in a fucking Suns uniform again, shooting from 24 feet when there's still 22 seconds on the fucking shot clock. Yeah, and I get it, right? I sit there and I go, well, that's fucking garbage. You can't be doing that. You're not going to fit into the team. But what I've found is the contested shots are coming deeper into that shot clock now rather than at the start of shot clocks.
Again, it's exactly what we talked about, Gavin. And I've liked that. I don't mind that either because he's not just going in there and stealing the fucking limelight straight away. He's waiting till his second or third touch in that play.
And the other one is
no one else can do it. You try.
The other thing he's improved at the back end of this season, I think, that made me raise my eyebrows and go, "Ooh, I like this version," is he was doing a lot of that penetration where he touched the paint and then kicked out to an open shooter. Grayson Allen does it really, really well, but Jalen started doing it. And I went, fuck, if you can do this, Jalen, that's the version of you we want. That's what's going to make this team better. Now, the argument will always come on his $36 million contract. I get it. But again, I put in the Aussie Suns Fans chat, the other players around the same value. Now, some of those, there's a couple of those players, sure, those clubs are getting much more value, but they won't after this contract, which is Jalen Brunson and Alperen Sengun. But everyone else around the same contract value as him, blokes like Chris Middleton and Klay fucking Thompson.
There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with his contract. The thing wrong with him right now is Jalen Green strikes me as the type that would really thrive with a team built around him as an option A. And I
agree with that.
He has to figure out how it works being option B or
1A.
C. 1A ultimately, but there's going to be periods in games where it's Dylan Brooks. Have to fucking work that out. Now,
yeah, they do, and that's the whole thing.
You can't muzzle Dylan.
Group though,
otherwise you take away everything else.
And you mentioned it before about these couple of games and why that was so important. This core group hasn't had the opportunity to play together and figure that shit out yet.
Yeah, not with Dylan.
Right. So as a whole, this group. So I'm really interested there. Just a couple of questions here from Chris in the chat. So what draft pick do we have this summer? We have 0 draft picks this summer, Chris. Our first rounder's been traded and our second rounder is owed to Dallas. Any interest in Ja Morant? Do we have what they want? I have 0 interest in Ja Morant. We have a better version of Ja Morant in Jalen Green.
Question here, though. I actually like looking at this and just going a little bit different. If you ask that question to Dylan Brooks, I would love to hear what Dylan Brooks says on would you want Ja Morant on this team.
That's true because he's played with both versions, right?
Yeah, I want to see. I reckon he would just be straight out. Fuck no! Don't fucking do that to your team. I do agree. I think
I think if Suns brass went to Dylan Brooks and went Jalen or Ja, he would go Jalen 9 times out of 10.
100 times. That's his boy. He actually likes Jalen Green.
Just my feeling. What do you think, boy?
Who? Sorry.
Jalen or
way to
Ja
keep up.
Morant?
No, I was just telling I was typing, man. I was telling the Instagram feed that it's about the time out, and they're gonna have to come watch on YouTube because they've got a thing and they only go for an hour nowadays. So Jalen Green, Ja Morant, what are you talking about?
Chris just asked in here, would we any interest in Ja Morant and do we have what they want? And I said no. I'd take Jalen Green is basically Ja Morant already, cheaper and a better attitude.
Younger, yeah, better attitude. No, I don't want to go down that road either.
Yeah, no. Instagram has disconnected our stream. No, not for me. Ja Morant, not for me. All right, Nate.
There it is. This will be the last fantasy wrap we do for the rest of this season because it's almost over. We're down to just
Thanks for
sleeper
that.
league.
This fantasy year's sucked ass.
It has been tough. Look, we're down to the sleeper league, so it's our podcasters, our fellow American friends, and us. It has been a 2 weeks rolling finals because of the disrupted last week games. They've just kept a comp going for 2 weeks. I got a fruit fly in front of me. Jake and Bruce of both of Suns Planet are still slogging it out. It's going each way. They were both very active this morning, our time, on the waiver market. You could see them adding 3 here, 2 there, just to get their Monday games up for tomorrow. John Voita and our dear shitbag here are fighting it out for 3rd, and then Gav, you and me are fighting it out for 5th. What I didn't touch on in the last couple of rounds, though, is the shit bowl, the toilet bowl, the king shit title. And this is what I love about Sleeper, because it does call it the toilet bowl, like the reverse Super Bowl. It does have a shit emoji king for the last place. And that is being battled out between Holden and Suns Worldwide. Good luck, fellas.
The two blokes who haven't done fuck all
They don't even know they're in the fucking shit bowl.
They don't even know they're fucking in there. Oh, righty.
This has been the best week that Suns Worldwide has had all season.
I fucking didn't even know we'll go in 2 weeks. I thought it was just
I didn't either. I got a notification that said one of the shit players I signed 3 weeks ago scored 44 points. Do I want to lock him in? Oh, and he's never going to score 44. He's never going to score 44 points in his fucking life. So yes, I do want to lock him in. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it's been the same. It's been the same with me. Now, I thought that I had John beat last week. Turns out I was going to fucking beat him anyway, quite easily this week as well. Even when I only just sort of clued on, and I didn't even think it was real when I fucking figured it out. I thought this is a glitch, and they're gonna tell me that I came 3rd. Just to cap off the fantasy, I came 3rd. I'm about to come 3rd in the Potter Fodder League. I came 3rd.
Yeah, that's about right. Mr. I've lost interest. Trying to get some credit back for.
I won another one, and I came 3rd.
Fantastic.
Nate, you've got a little bit of a wrap up for us on your segment a couple of weeks ago. Shite you may not know.
Shite you might not know. Let's open this. It will be much quicker for anyone that watched that episode with Gavin J. It was a lengthy but exceptionally detailed research of what was happening with the lawsuit inside the Suns. I'd like to give a quick shout out to Baxter Holmes for obviously watching our podcast and running with the story on it the day afterwards, after I did all that research. So thank you for watching. Currently, what's happening with the internal ownership struggle at the Suns. The July trial date that was set has been thrown out. Both parties have officially agreed to a binding mediation. And by binding, that means that Kohlberg and Selden, the minority owners, can never file the same charges against Ishbia again. part of why that's even a thing is that the end result is, with agreeing to mediation, the end result is now likely to be a buyout by Ishbia. And the key part is a price determined by the mediator. So what he's offered to buy them out in the past has been registered. What the ownership shares are actually worth is, well, I guess that's up to the mediator to explore. But the mediator will determine the buyout price, which is the likely outcome, which would see Matt Ishbia own 96% of the Suns. And that is one motherfucking majority owner. This would avoid any potential majority ownership shifting, because the purpose of going to trial was to have the minority owners shift a balance of power back towards them, and they would own a controlling interest over Matt Ishbia. So having this mediation go to a buyout by Ishbia over the other minority owners would be a win for the fans, I believe. No messy ownership crisis, clear majority owner in Matt Ishbia, which, I mean, I don't think there's anyone on this podcast that would disagree. He's a very likable owner, and I think the best one we've had in a long time.
Very
That is
good,
it.
mate.
That's just the update to that segment a couple of weeks ago.
Very, very nicely done, keeping everyone up to date with where we're at. And now, the important part of the show.
We drink at the town and country where the atmosphere is great. I'd love to have a beer with Duncan, 'cause Duncan's me mate.
Fuck yeah. Do love a little country sing-along with old Slim there.
Bit of Slim. Speaking of Slim, Boyd, who do you want to have a beer with this week? What type of beer do you want to have?
Just because we're doing like a cap-off type of a podcast today, just Matt Ishbia. On the heels of your boring as fuck segment, Nate, I'll have a beer with Matt Ishbia. Hopefully it's not as boring as that segment, but I'll have a beer with the man, and I'll just say, dude, fucking hats off to you, mate. You've done well. Come here. Look, I'll buy you a Great Northern. I'll buy you a Great Northern original. And
Well, this is a fucking lie. You won't buy it at all.
fucking won't, because you know what? He's a nice guy, and he'll say, "No, that's all right. I'll get this," and I'm like, "Fucking yes." But yeah, we'll have a Great Northern, and we'll just hats off. Great season. Thanks for fucking all the shit he's done with the fans. You know, the TV deal, the fucking antennas, was it? The fucking hot dogs, fucking everything. Just putting his fucking balls on the table and saying, "Hey, other owners, match this." He's fucking set a standard, I think, for ownership in the NBA. So fucking kudos to you, Matty boy. Oh yeah, and also, sorry, fucking I want to get the scoop on what happened with Bill Simmons, because I fucking know they've had a catch up of some sort. You know, and Bill Simmons and him had that Twitter.
I don't know what's hanging off your beard, mate, but it's fucking distracting.
He hasn't had a trim for a bit there, has he?
No, it's just an errant hair. That's just.
Jesus. Nate, who do you want? I'll go first. I want to have a beer with that errant piece of hair coming out of Boyd's fucking beard. But
it was growing a life of its own.
The errant piece can buy. Nate.
Well, mate, look, it's been a good couple of weeks for options, to be honest. If you look over the last 2 weeks, well, we've had, you know, what we spoke about with Royce having a rolling 2-year performance of 3-pointers made to a all-star Dan Marley level performance or standard. We had Goody winning the Dan Marley Hustle Award. We had Colin Gillespie make the 3-point record for a single season. But my choice will be going to Book for his passing of the 18,000 career points. That is quite a milestone. And what drink? Well, let's be a little bit different. He's a wine lover. Apparently likes the Napa Valley, so maybe a Napa Valley Red with him. Or maybe I spice up one of his Cocoa 5 hydration drinks with a little bit of vodka, which, by the way, he has Charles Barkley signed up as an ambassador for. But yeah, Book.
Oh, sounds fun. You know, ruin it by fucking pouring all that crap into your mouth. Fuck me dead. What a garbage session that would be. No Great Northern there.
Fuck me, dude.
I love that you're inviting a billionaire over to drink fucking cheap ass fucking trading beer.
He's never drunk it before. He won't even fucking know. He won't know. These cunts don't know. They don't know. It all tastes the same, right?
It doesn't all taste the same at all.
It all tastes the same, mate. That's what us poor folk tell ourselves to make it feel okay.
I tell you what, this is off the fact that Great Northern is actually a drinkable shit beer. I was at a restaurant last week for lunch with some locals, girlfriend's brother and nephew and shit, and they only had local beers and Chinese beers, and they brought out this thing called Tsingtao, and and there was some other beer that said this tastes just like Tsingtao but a little bit different. I taste the other one, and it literally tasted like Foster's, and I was like, this is why people don't drink this in our country anymore. It's really the last time I remember this flavor was a Foster's. Then I drank the Tsingtao, and I'm like, this tastes like Great Northern. So anyway, sorry, back to you, Gav.
Thanks. That was beautiful. Boyd, you really have to stop fucking advertising other fucking podcasts on your avatar, mate. Get it fixed. What's wrong with you? If we're talking about the year as a whole, Boyd, all you have to do is click on the three little dots at the top and say edit avatar, and you can change it off the Suns Planet podcast.
Just upload anything else.
Just anything else, literally anything else.
You can't do it while you're logged in.
For me, for the whole year, I think there's a clear standout for me for who I want to have a beer with over the course of the year, and it is Jordan Ott. He's come in and done a sensational job. No matter how frustrated people are getting, you know that you've done a good job when you've got an entire fan base who, at the start of this year, were dreading what was going to be dished up and had fears of going back to 2019 or 2018 when we were fucking garbage and finishing down the bottom and basically spending the entire year talking about rebuild. When this guy's come in and he's pushed this squad to a position where losing now is unacceptable to the fan base and we complain about it. That's how good a job that Jordan Ott's done this year, is that he's created an expectation again and probably scared the fuck out of everyone and given us hope. And we all know, as Suns fans, hope's the fucking worst thing that we could possibly have. But we also, as Suns fans, love having hope.
Also Brian Gregory. We'll chuck him in there.
Brian
too.
Gregory. Let's get them to both together, and we'll have a beer with both of them. But I did pick Brian Gregory 2 weeks ago, so I didn't want to pick him again.
Yeah, on Brian Gregory, actually, during the Dan Marley Hustle Award, when he presented it at the game to Jordan Goodwin, when he was being interviewed on the sidelines by K-Ray, I think it was, he was talking about what Brian Gregory's done with this team this season and how much emphasis that Brian Gregory himself put on making that Dan Marley Hustle Award about something and about this culture and meaning something again. And that was Dan Marley calling him out for that as well, saying he was really proud of his leadership and what he's done there. So good call.
Yeah. So Jordan Ott, Brian Gregory, let's get together. We'll go have some pale ale somewhere, maybe top it off with a nice nightcap of scotch. I certainly won't force you to drink Great Northern or Foster's. We'll have a nice drop, gents, and I will pay for it if I'm inviting you out for beers. So, yeah, let's go with those guys. I think they've for the course of the whole year, they've set the standard for the way we want this franchise to go moving forward.
Fuck that guy.
Who made you sit back this season since the start, since the whole season? Let's wrap it up in regular season styles. Who made you sit back this year the most and go, you know what, fuck that guy? Nate?
Yeah, look, it's a recency bias, but it applies to the whole fucking season. So I was originally going to start with fuck LeBron, but all in all, really fuck the Lakers. Let's start with the recency bias. Watching the game against Golden State Warriors the other day, where the post-game interview, because they won by a point over Golden State, LeBron was interviewed and asked about how do you feel now that Luke is injured and Reeves is injured, you're carrying the team. And the smug fucking bastard that eye rolled and was like, it was just fucking a puke moment. What a dick. And then to come out and beat us again, and like that was just a dismal performance by us, but just a smug interview than that. And it's like, fuck him, fuck the Lakers, fuck DeAndre Ayton, fuck Luka. Now let's go back to the start of the season. Also, fuck the Lakers. Watching how they've progressed and somehow managed to stay in that 4-5 seed. What the fuck? Fuck the Lakers. I hope they flame out fucking miserably in the first round. Rant over.
Boy,
Well,
who made
there's
you
one.
sit back this year and go, fuck that guy?
Well, it's you, Gav. It's
Thank you.
But I'm not going to fucking go down that rabbit hole because fucking hell, it'll be a fucking big one, and we ain't got time for.
And
that
at the end of it, you'll like normal, you'll get 3/4. You get 75% of the way through your band. You'll go, actually, I'm in the wrong here.
Actually, I'm going to double down on Nate's, but it's specifically what's ticked me off lately is the fucking Luka Doncic and his agent trying to get him the concession for games played because he had a kid or some shit like that. And just the fucking height of just the Lakers in general, man. We all know the usual fucking pressure points with them cunts that piss us off with their fucking the amount of calls they get, the amount of fucking attention they get. We just fucking
baby foul calls.
We fucking hate them for that. But when that article came out about, we think that he should get two or three games concession, I just thought, fuck me, you cunts want your own rule book as well. I mean, you already fucking get it on the sly, but you want something in writing that just fucking just sets a precedent that fucks the entire 65 game rule. Now, fuck off, you fucking arrogant cunts. Fuck off. Fuck them guys.
Love it.
So if I'm looking at the things that pissed me off the most this season, there's two things. I'm going to go right back to the start of the season. It was mentioned earlier by Boyd in his Who Do I Want to Have a Beer With? From the thing that pissed me off most at the start of the season was Bill Simmons and his comments about the Suns without even a game being played. And Matt Ishbia called him out for it. And Bill has a tendency to do that a little bit and do that gotcha type journalism bull crap as he does with fucking many superstars. That's how he gets his clicks. I get it.
He does own the Ringer Pod Network, so.
But it was there. But over the course of this season, the one person that really, really has pissed me off more and more and more because he cannot let go. He seriously just cannot let go and move on. He is the most petty, self-absorbed, flog this entire season. And it is Kevin Wayne Durant, who cannot let go of the fact that the Suns traded him. He has to fucking keep carrying on and having fucking cheap shots and all of this. Kevin, if you are that fucking important and you see yourself as a top 10 player of all time, is your fucking 2-year stint with the Suns that important to your legacy? Like, shut the fuck up and play ball. Your team has a worse record this year with you in it.
I was just about to jump in.
They
They were better last year without him.
Kevin, the Phoenix Suns have a much better record without you in it. There's a common denominator, Kevin. It's fucking you.
Kevin, it's you, Kevin.
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 You know what you need to do, Kevin? Go and film the fucking sequel to Thunderstruck so that little kid can give you some fucking powers back because you are fucking garbage. End of rant.
What a solid all-in effort this week.
We're not going to do a projection for the last game of the season, are we?
I wouldn't.
What do you mean? A prediction? No. We've
I
already
mean,
predicted.
even you wouldn't have to go with the obvious on this one.
You're going actually, we will, because Boyd may, for the only time in the history of this pod, actually tip a Suns loss. Boyd, this week the Suns have a rate. Wait, I got
active rotation was at how many players?
In general, just a hard playing group of individuals. That's
Let's go.
how
One,
they
two,
are
three,
built.
one, two,
That's how
three.
they're wired. That's what they do on a day-to-day basis.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Lock in.
Be as aggressive as we can all night long for 48 minutes.
Heard that even Jordan Knott's going to have this game off. That's how fucking unimportant it is. Boyd, we've got one game left against KC. Are we going to win?
Easy. It's going to be our easiest win of the season.
Get rid of him.
Obvious fucking reasons.
Six-man rotation. Ryan Dunn, Amir Coffey, Oso Ighodaro, Kamal Malawach, Rashir Fleming.
Kobe Bryant's got to get the start.
CJ
He kicked
Huntley.
himself out?
Yeah, he kicked himself out. CJ Huntley. Boyd, tell me so who's going to shut down Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in this game, Boyd?
Is he playing now?
Oh, he wants MVP.
Yeah, he will because he wants MVP.
Oh, well, Jordan's playing, isn't he? No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Who is playing? What's our starting lineup again?
Kobe Bryant's got to start for sure.
There's Kobe Bryant, Kamal Malawach, Rashir Fleming, Amir Coffey, Ryan Dunn, Oso Ighodaro, CJ Huntley.
Everyone was talking about Livers. Is Livers
Ryan
available?
Dunn. Ryan Dunn.
Livers 7.
Livers is playing too.
Ryan Dunn makes you guys look like fools for your fucking for your end of year pull your finger out, and he just shuts down Shea.
How funny would it be if they've only got 7 players available and the coach still gives Ryan Dunn a DNP?
I'm at the point, and Boyd, you always say, what's the point of fucking, if we think we're going to lose, why would you even bother watching? I'm at the point that I may not even watch this game.
Oh, no, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. More fun for it.
More fun? All right. I'll watch it then. You've talked me into it. I'm there.
You imagine, well, what's going to happen if Command comes out, plays like the most minutes can you imagine the fan base if Command comes out, has 5 blocks, has a 30-10 game?
Yes, do you know what the fan base would do?
They're going to fucking lose their minds.
Fucking demand that he starts in the fucking playing game, and that Mark Williams shouldn't be allowed to play. And if Rashir Fleming has a good game, they'll demand that he gets in front of Royce O'Neal, and fucking Royce should never play. Why isn't he being
considered for Rookie of the Year? Why?
What's going on? Kobe Bryant comes out and hits 5 threes, and everyone goes, Devin Booker's not a leader. Kobe Bryant is the future. Get rid of him.
I'm here for it. I'm fucking here for it.
I'll tell you what, though, if SGA and Chet got injured in the last game and all of a sudden they're out for 2 weeks and that opens up the first round, not such a bad time to be the 8th seed, is it? Fuck.
Yeah, that's probably true too. Actually, it's not a bad little setup. Maybe none of these blokes are going to hit the floor in the play-in or playoffs. So maybe Jordan just sends them out there and goes, hey, listen, if you cause serious injury to Chet and Shea, right, we'll deliberately aim for that 8th spot so that we can play OKC in the first round. I like it. I like where we're going here, Nate. This is fucking nice. It means we have to lose the first playing game.
Manipulate them.
Like that's worth it. Boy.
It's just another road to a championship. We can take either. We're that fucking good. We can take either. We can do
it. But no, seriously, we are going to obviously head into play-in territory after this last game's played. I don't think it's too far away. What is it? Normally, it's normally a week off before playoffs start, or maybe it's the weekend. Like it won't be too long, maybe 3 or 4 days. But
so they're having the mandatory day off across the league today to allow for playing games.
Yeah. Okay. So don't know when the play-ins will be, but let's talk about it. Likelihood is that's wide open, right? Tomorrow, the Clippers play the Warriors and the Blazers play
Sacramento.
If the Clippers lose, the Blazers win, we'll play the Blazers. Otherwise, we play the Clippers. Who do you want to play?
It depends. They've both got exactly the same record and winning percentage, the Blazers and the Clips. So that's, I think it was like 0.506 percentage for both of them. So there's not even a split there. So,
Okay, so who won the series?
It depends. Whoever you want to play has to win and the other team has to lose for a clear path.
For a clear winner. But who owns the series between those two? Do we know?
That's the bit I don't know.
I think it's the Blazers.
I think it is too.
Anyway, while I search that up, search that. Who would you prefer to play, Boyd?
I think it's and it's probably silly, and it came up
I said this morning.
Yeah, I think it's the Clippers. I think it's because it's a simpler team to shut down, and you've got a lot of it is Kawhi centric. I just feel like, look, the Clippers are probably, they're better than the Trailblazers right now, I'd say, but the Trailblazers are so full of fucking wild cards in the sense that they've got these young guys. You got the Klingon and Scoot hitting their straps. You got the pesky vet that could shut a guy down on our team, and Drew Holiday,
who gives Devin Booker nightmares.
Yeah, like there's just a lot more things that I have to worry about with the Portland Trailblazers, whilst they're not as good as Kawhi overall. Kawhi's only one thing, and I just feel like we're a better chance of shutting that down. So give me the Clippers.
Darius Garland's been pretty good too.
He has, but I'm just not as worried about Garland.
Nate, so before you go, Nate, the Portland Trailblazers do own the tiebreaker. They have a 2-2 season series split, but they hold a superior conference record. So it is the Blazers.
Oh, so it comes down to the conference record, not the overall.
Yeah,
standings.
so that's the second one. The second one is if the series is split and they have the same finish on the same record, it's their conference record.
Right. Well, I initially this morning said Portland, just because I don't understand how they're there. I just I just think their team's a mess. It's thrown together and it's dog shit. Everything you say is valid, Boyd. I don't really sit there and go, okay, young guy's still trying to prove something coming through. Klingon, when he's healthy, is a fucking beast. But the Clippers have always been a little bit fucking irky for us. Nothing's ever easy. Even when we get our wins, we end up banged up. I think I'd just rather go through Portland and take what comes of it.
Yeah, I don't. To be honest, I don't have. This is one of those ones where I don't have a clear preference either way. I kind of think there's certain difficulties with both sides. So you got the Kawhi factor with the Clippers where he could do like the All-Star game and come out and have fucking 55 against us. Or you could just go through the motions. We keep him to his 25, and outside of that, we beat the Clippers. Because outside of Kawhi and Darius Garland, I just don't think they have a great deal. The young, as Boyd said, the young guys, especially Klingon at Portland, Scoot Henderson's got talent, no doubt about it. Drew Holiday's playing well. Honestly, I still think we're a better squad than both of those teams. So we should really come out of that game with the 7th seed. But you know what? Who fucking knows? It really can come down to that day, and it can come down to how healthy we are, especially with the question marks over Jalen Green and Grayson Allen right now. That could be a problem.
Yeah, well, while we're talking about this too, I was going to save it for my final thought, but while we're talking about playing, I may as well bring it up. So Voida put a piece out on Bright Side of the Sun regarding his opinion on the play-in series and the play-in tournament. If you haven't read it, go read it, because it is 100% his opinion, biased and very passionate, and it reads as such. I liked it because I tend to agree with him. And I replied on his Insta repost of the actual article, just spelling out the fallout that Adam Silver's play-in tournament is having around the world. So like Australia, for example, the NBL is a 10-team league that initiated a play-in series. What the fuck for? You've barely got enough teams to have a proper playoffs, and then you're having a play into them. It is just fucking ridiculous for all the points, the reason they point out, extra revenue and extra games played. Now, I guess the extra revenue probably doesn't matter as much in the NBL because it's tiny. The extra game doesn't matter because they don't play much anyway. It's like once, twice a week at best. But the fallout that's now been picked up by the AFL, just shut your ears, Boyd. Why the fuck you got an 18-team league which has stooped in tradition, has to now have 2 teams that aren't good enough to play finals, play into it and possibly cause an upset, which is already not a series. We don't play a series in AFL. It's knockout. Each round's knockout. So I just think that the fallout from what Adam Silver has done now with the play-in tournament, coming into Australia, coming into no doubt other countries, is changing things beyond the NBA, and that shits me.
This is a tough one, because if you remember back to when they introduced this, and Boyd, you and I have had this conversation just on the phone, I think, a number of times as well. I fucking hated the idea of bringing a play-in in. The reason you play 82 fucking games, you already play 82 games. If you're not good enough to finish in the A, then you're not fucking good enough. Why do you get an extra chance if you finish 9th or 10th? I couldn't get it. The only thing I will say, and yes, look, the decision is purely based on additional revenue, right? The thing is that the games have been that fucking good, these playing games, that it's been a success for the NBA. And that's the cut and dry of it. Is I've actually enjoyed nearly every single fucking playing game that's been played. They have been absolutely such competitive.
That's because we haven't been in them.
Yeah,
we haven't been in them. The whole season right now for us, which we've earned the 7th seed, depends on an extra fucking game or 2. Yeah, we should just be going straight into San Antonio and playing the series.
We should. Realistically, we earned the right to that because we finished 7th, right? But they've changed the rules now, and we've just got to accept it. But I don't disagree with you at all in that sense, Nate. But fact of the matter is, it's there now, and the games are actually really, really competitive, and they're fun to watch. So,
how do you feel about the fallout into Australian sport, though?
Look, I don't really, from an AFL sense, I don't get it. We're not the NBA. The AFL's not the NBA. It's kind of stupid, but we'll see how it works. I'm kind of sat back now and gone, let's go open-minded and just see how it works.
Well, I think
it helps Tassie next in 2027.
Guys, I think I sent a message to our little chat before, and I've got some heat, and I've got to bail right now from this podcast and let you guys wrap it up. If that is quite all right.
We're finished. So last comments, where do we find you, Boyd?
Oh, at Buds83 on the Twitter, at Aussie Suns Fans on the Instagrams, at Fucko on a mystery platform, or in my garage, feeling fucking helpless about the world and getting older.
1 year older. I love it. Nate, last comments, where do we find you?
Have fun. The last comments are, have fun, Boyd, in your aging process with your 72 children, which you're about to now go take out for an afternoon at the park. Have fun with that.
Good luck with that.
At Nicky's Falcon on the socials. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to have a pretty relaxing Sunday, and I'm going out to play golf in JB this week. Fuck yeah.
Love it. At Aussie Suns Fans on Twitter, at Aussie Suns Fans Facebook, at Aussie Suns Fans on YouTube. Like, subscribe, do all that fun sort of stuff that we all love you doing, because it shares us to the world, and the world needs more buds. The world needs more fucko. So help us get fucko out there. Everybody needs a favorite piece of shit. So help us spread the message that everybody's favorite piece of shit calls the Aussie Suns Fans home. Because the reality is that no matter what he does, Boyd is never here to fuck spiders. See you next week.
Pierre Cardin.
Defers the Booker for the long range.
Poenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a thing. Poenix. Phoenix Suns, and you know we up next. Yeah, we working for that championship ring. We the Valley, it ain't nothing but a